So traders, there is actually a bit of a weakness happening in the markets right now. I did a video yesterday talking about how I'm expecting weakness to come into the markets. And that's exactly what we got today anyway. So I'm going to share with you what I'm seeing right now. Let's go straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Hey traders, I'm running a webinar today and I'm going to be teaching you my #1 trading system that I've been trading for majority of my trading career. Plus I'm going to share with you the 3 secrets that I use to go from $250,000 in debt to making a full-time income. Very first thing in the description, guys, click on that, join me for my next free webinar and I'll see you there. Alrighty traders, so yesterday I did a video and I talked about why I'm actually probably seeing weakness come into the markets. And my few reasons was that I'm seeing a bit of a toppy action through here. So actually it's holding strong where we're not getting a very good sort of good Santa Claus rally, so to speak. We're not out of the woodworks yet, as in like we're still stuck in between these levels through here, right? So we have this level through here where we are right now on the Nasdaq. You see the Nasdaq slightly rolling over as well. We can see again, we can just see what's going on here. Also on the S&P 500 having a little bit of a pullback. The really interesting thing that I'm noticing with these markets here, and once again guys, most people including myself were saying here comes Santa Claus, right? And some people in the chat box video saying, John, but didn't you say the Santa Claus rally is coming? Yes, but as a trader, if I have a view of something but then I'm noticing my view is actually probably going to be incorrect, as in like I said here comes Santa Claus and so did most of the public, so therefore I am going, you know what, probably Santa Claus is not coming this year. Maybe he's already been this year and we're gonna have a bit of a fake out, because if most people are saying something, that gets me to I want to do the opposite. So we can see we have this low through here, this significant low, and then this significant low through here on the S&P. That's the low I'm watching for. We break that low, then it's like it's a no good. It's a no good, right? We are still in a very big bull market, guys. So what's been happening here is just a bit of a sideways range. We're getting like a bit of a triangle pattern forming here right now, as you can see, right? We're developing into like a bit of a triangle pattern. So I wouldn't be too surprised, guys, to see this thing fill out and then maybe go back to the upside. But I do expect a bit more weakness coming into the S&P 500. But the big one, right? The big one that I'm looking at is probably that big low is probably, let's actually take this off the screen. It's probably this one right here. This is that significant low that I'll be watching, because that's that low on that weekly chart. If we see here, see this low through here? This is the low on the weekly chart right there. So that'll be the low that I'll be really watching to say, okay, if we break that low, because as you can see throughout the entire year, we've continued to make these higher lows all the way up, right? So that'll be the key. If we can start to do something like that and hold it, but then start to move back up, it's just going to be a continuation. So nothing has changed yet. We are getting a little bit of a shake and bake right now. And as you can see, we're developing into, let's actually do this here. So this is what we're getting right now as we speak. We're getting a very strong trend line coming up and we're squeezing up into this level here. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see, again, it's going to be really interesting. What's going to be very bullish for the markets is that even if we come back down tomorrow and then we hold here and then we start to rally back out, that's going to be a really interesting thing to see what's going on here. Now, traders, this is the short-term analysis, right? Short-term's like what can happen over a few-day period. Some traders are like, John, you keep changing your mind. No. Long-term, over the next few years, I see markets making big moves. But you got to understand about something about the long-term. My long-term view for the entire stock market was bullish, was up, right? This entire year, I've been bullish this stock market. Most of you guys who've been watching me now for at least 6 months know that. But during the big bull market, guess what we do? We get these periods of a few weeks to a month of pullbacks. So that's what the short-term, long-term, all right? So looking at the Nasdaq, we can see the Nasdaq actually is really developing a lower high here and rolling over. So the Nasdaq is actually looking quite weak in the markets through there. And even the Dow Jones is actually not looking too bad. All right, we had a very strong move down. We had a strong move up. So there's a high probability we're going to get some sort of a, I don't believe the Dow Jones is going to pull back that much, but I do see a bit of weakness coming into the markets. If we have a look at a Fibonacci level for the Dow Jones, right, we can see that that's what's happening there right now. So we can see that there. So we're probably going to get a bit of a pullback to here. I wouldn't be too surprised to see anything else. But one thing I do say, guys, is this. Check this out, okay? So make sure you keep an eye on the this fear and greed index in the markets, because this is going to be a big thing, right? We're already at fear right now, guys, and the more this market sells off, the more we're going to get to extreme fear, the more it's going to be an amazing buying opportunity for the markets. All right, so that's what I'm looking at right now. And again, we're getting into fear. We're about to get into extreme fear. Any more selling off, and we're about to, when was this here? Basically closed just recently. So we're about to get into the extreme fear once again. If we go back down to here, look at the last 2 years. When was the most best buying opportunity? Down here at the end of 2018, before the market had a big rally back up, the big vid situation. If we do get that again, guys, over the next few weeks, guess what? Guess what's coming afterwards, right? An amazing buying opportunity. Every single time we got extreme fear in these markets, guess what? An incredible opportunity, an incredible opportunity, an incredible opportunity. So get ready, guys, for the incredible opportunity to come, because this pullback that's happening, I want to see this thing get more of a pullback. Let's slam this thing, right? Let's get this thing right down there. Why? Because it's probably going to be a slingshot move. Pull down, slingshot move. Pull down, slingshot move. Pull down, slingshot move in the markets there. So that's what I'm seeing there through there, guys, on the stock market. Looking really, really, really interesting. And I'll speak to you real soon.